Hey, welcome to Mad English TV. Look at this sentence. We had been sitting on the plane for 2 hours before they canceled the flight and made us get off. Now, which verb tense do you think this is? Had been sitting. Which verb tense is that? You're right. It's the past perfect continuous verb tense. Okay, now to make the past perfect continuous, we use the word had plus been plus ing on our main verb. Okay, like sitting. Had been sitting. Now, if this was the present perfect continuous, then it would be have been sitting. And if it was the future perfect continuous, then it would be will have been sitting. Okay, but this lesson is about the past perfect continuous, so we need to use the word had. Okay, like these examples here. She had been eating, blah, blah, blah. Or had you been waiting, blah, blah, blah. Now we know this is going to be a question because it starts with the verb, right? Okay, so when do we use the past perfect continuous tense? Well, we use it when we want to talk about a period of time that happens before an event in the past. Okay, so here we have a past event. It's always going to be in the simple past verb tense. Okay, now we need this here if we're going to have the past perfect continuous. Okay, so if we don't have this, then we can't have that. Okay, so we need this because this is our time reference. Okay, something happens up until this point. Okay, so let's look at this example. We had been sitting on the plane for 2 hours before they canceled the flight and made us get off. Can you see the simple past verb? Where is it? Actually, we have two, canceled and made. Okay, they canceled the flight and they made us get off. That's our simple past. So here's our timeline. They canceled the flight and they made us get off the plane. Now, what were we doing before this? We had been sitting all the way right up until this point. Then they canceled the flight and they made us get off. Okay, so we'd been sitting on the plane for 2 hours before they canceled the flight and made us get off. What a waste of time. Okay, now what would happen if we take this word out? Then it would be we had been on the plane for 2 hours before they canceled the flight and made us get off. Okay, now which verb tense is this? It's the past perfect. Okay, we don't have the continuous anymore. It's just the past perfect. Okay, so here's our timeline. We had been on the plane before they canceled and made us get off. Okay, so what's the difference between the past perfect and the past perfect continuous? Well, it's how we view the 2 hours. Is the 2 hours an event or is it a period of time? It's your choice, however you want to view it. If you want to view it as a period of time, okay, 2 hours, or if you just want to talk about the 2 hours as one event, okay, then that's going to determine which verb tense you use. Okay, so it's your choice. It's completely your choice. As I've said in past lessons on verb tenses are flexible, and a lot of the time it's just your choice how you want to see an event. Do you want to see sitting on the plane for 2 hours as an event, or do you want to see it as a period of time? Okay, so you could say we had been sitting, or you could just say we had been on the plane for 2 hours. Okay, let's look at another example. She had been texting when she got into the accident. Okay, can you see the simple past verb? Where is it? There it is. Got. Okay, so that's our simple past. Now, where is our past perfect continuous? Remember, had been texting. Okay, so let's look at this on the timeline. So she got into the accident. That's our past event. Remember, me and you, we're talking now. Okay, we're over here and we're talking about the past. Okay, so this is our past event. She got into the accident, but why did she get into the accident? What happened before that? Well, she had been texting. Okay, so that's what she was doing before she got into the accident. Don't text and drive. You might die. Okay, let's look at another example. We had been waiting for the bus for 2 hours before it arrived. Where is the simple past verb? Here it is. Arrived. Okay, 2 hours before it arrived. Now, what had we been doing? We had been waiting. Okay, we had been waiting all this time before it arrived. Okay, so this verb tense is important. I mean, we don't use it that much, and it's not as common as, like, let's say the present perfect continuous, or it's not as common as like the simple past, but you can see that this is important because we need it to talk about something that happened before a past event. Okay, like you hear this in English all the time. We had been waiting for the bus for 2 hours before it arrived. Okay, so it's very useful, it's important. Okay, let's look at another example. I got laid off from my job. Okay, that guy says, I got laid off from my job. What's this guy gonna say? He's gonna say, sorry to hear that. Okay, and he might ask, how long had you been working there for? Okay, how long had he been working there for? Where's our simple past verb? It's up here. Okay, that's the past event. He got laid off. Okay, his boss told him, sorry, our company's run out of money. We can't pay you anymore. Bye. Okay, so he got laid off. That's the past event. Now he's asking, he knows about that past event now, right? Okay, that's our reference in time. He got laid off. How long had you been working there for? Okay, so like you can see, it's a really useful verb tense. Okay, let's look at another example. Yesterday the sun finally came out after it had been raining for 25 days straight. Wow, that's a lot of rain. Okay, where is our simple past verb? Came, right? Yesterday the sun finally came out after it had been raining for 25 days straight. So where is our past perfect continuous? Had been raining. Okay, had been raining for 25 days straight. Then our past event is the sun came out. Yes, I love the sun. Okay, so let's do some homework, okay? I want you to try to make a sentence with the past perfect continuous verb tense. Post your homework right down there in the comments, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.